Who do you like as the top NCAA goalie this coming season? Good question, and I think we'll there's a number of answers. I think Victor Ostman at the University of Maine was a guy that a lot of NHL teams were very interested in as a potential college free agent. I think he's one of the more sought after goalies in the college free agent market because a lot of the top collegiate goalies last year were drafted players. Ostman was a guy that had a lot of interest. He opted to return to Maine, I think partially because he believes that they're going to be more competitive this year, and they very well may be. But I think he's got a chance to be one of the top tier guys. We're going to see once again Blake Pietila, who has been in the. It feels like he's been in college hockey forever, but that's also because there was another Blake Pietila that played at Michigan Tech. This is a different one. But Blake, he was one of the top goalies in college hockey last season. I think the end of his season, the numbers went down a little bit, but he was up there with the likes of Yaniv Peretz and Devin Levi in terms of numbers last season. So I do think that those are a couple of the guys. But I'm also going to be looking at the freshmen as well. We're going to be looking at Michael Hrabal. We're going to be looking at Trey Augustine. We're going to be looking at Jacob Fowler. I think all of those guys have a chance to be instant impact guys in the schools that they're playing at. It's often that it'll be a more senior player for college hockey. But, there's going to be a number of really good goaltenders in there. Providence will have Phillips Fedeback back as well. A guy that is a drafted player. He's young. He's got an opportunity to really have a strong season. They got a good team in front of them. We saw Caden Mbarico really burst onto the scene for Colorado College last year. How much of can he repeat that? And then you've got Justin Close at the University of Minnesota as well, who I believe will be back for his fifth year. So having a Justin Close come in and take that next step of taking a team to a national championship final, having him back is going to be huge for Minnesota. And you think, yes, he's back for a fifth season, but he's really only been a starter for one full season. He kind of took the reins late in his junior year, and now he's got a chance to have a second consecutive full starting season. So Justin Close is another guy that you should be keeping an eye on, in addition to the other ones that I mentioned. So really excited to see where things end up with some of these players and how they ultimately perform. But, there are some really good young goalies in the NCAA. But keep an eye on Ostman as well, because I do think that he is going to continue to be a significant piece in the college free agency market, especially if he has a good season.